Israelis are running to bunkers amid Iran's repeated attacks. Breaking right now. Sirens screaming across Israel as everyday families scramble into bunkers. Iran's unleashing wave after wave of ballistic missiles, and this isn't just their fight anymore. As a U.S. citizen or expat watching from America, this could drag your country into war overnight. I'm Rabiulk Korim from Global Immigration Update, bringing you the raw, unfiltered truth on these life-changing global threats that hit home for every American. Hit that subscribe button and smash the bell icon right now so you never miss these urgent alerts that could save your family. Stick around because I'm diving deep into every shocking detail unfolding this very second. Plus, I've got a battle-tested, 3-step action plan to shield you and your loved ones from the inevitable fallout heading straight for U.S. shores. But first, let's paint the terrifying picture that's gripping the world, and why it's keeping Pentagon generals awake at night. Imagine this. It's 2 a.m. in Tel Aviv, the city that never sleeps now frozen in terror. Air raid sirens wail like banshees, piercing the darkness, shattering the fragile peace families we're clinging to. Dads leap from their beds, scooping up crying toddlers in their arms. Moms fumble for phones, their hands shaking as they text loved ones, "I love you," just in case. Grandparents hobble as fast as their legs can carry them down concrete stairs into cold, dimly lit bunkers built for nightmares like this. Explosions rock the skyline, massive fireballs from Iranian ballistic missiles slamming into Israeli defenses. Screams echo through the streets as shrapnel rains down. This isn't some Hollywood blockbuster. This is real life, happening right now. The fourth major barrage in just weeks, with over 300 deadly projectiles launched since the latest escalation kicked off. Sirens don't stop. They blare for 90 agonizing minutes, forcing millions underground, hearts pounding, wondering if this is the end. And folks, this chaos isn't isolated to the Holy Land. Iran's not playing games. Their Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps has turned the Middle East into a live firing range. Hezbollah in Lebanon is raining rockets from the north, thousands per day, turning border towns into ghost zones. The Houthis in Yemen, armed with smuggled Iranian tech, are firing anti-ship missiles at vessels in the Red Sea, choking global trade routes that supply your grocery stores and gas pumps. Hamas remnants in Gaza poke from tunnels, drawing more Israeli fire. It's a multi-front inferno, and Iran's pulling every string. Their supreme leader, Ayatollah Khamenei, just issued a blood-chilling vow on state TV. Severe punishment awaits the Zionist entity and its backers. That's code for Israel, and by extension, the United States of America. Now, let's zoom in on why this is your problem, America. The U.S. isn't a bystander. We're the big brother bankrolling the defense. Just hours ago, the Biden White House approved a staggering $20 billion emergency aid package to Israel, money straight from your taxes, to replenish Iron Dome interceptors that are glowing red-hot from overuse. Those blue-white streaks you've seen in viral videos, each one costs $50,000. Fired by systems America built and funds. U.S. Navy destroyers like the USS Carney are steaming into the eastern Mediterranean, radars locked on Iranian launches, ready to shoot down threats that could veer off course toward our allies, or worse, test our resolve. Recent intelligence leaks from the Wall Street Journal confirm it. Iranian drones have buzzed U.S. bases in Iraq and Syria multiple times this month, probing for weaknesses. One nearly struck Al-Assad Air Base, where American troops hunker down. Fox News reports President-elect Trump's transition team is furious, vowing unprecedented fire and fury if they take office, echoing his first-term playbook. CNN's got satellite imagery showing Iran's underground missile silos near the Strait of Hormuz buzzing with activity, prepping for a blockade that could spike global oil to $150 a barrel overnight. Gas prices? Forget $5. We're talking $8–10 at the pump. Inflation roaring back to 10%, truckers idling, shelves emptying in weeks. Think about the human cost bleeding into your life. In Israel, over 500 civilians injured in the latest waves, hospitals overwhelmed with shrapnel wounds, kids developing lifelong PTSD from endless drills. Bunkers packed sardine tight, people sharing air, rationing water, phones dying as networks overload. One viral video shows a grandmother in Haifa clutching her rosary, whispering prayers as booms shake the walls. Heartbreaking. But translate that to U.S. streets. Cyber attacks from Iran-backed hackers already hitting power grids in test runs. Remember the Colonial Pipeline hack? Multiply by 100. Supply chains for food, medicine, gone. Immigration at borders? Chaos as refugees flood, straining resources already thin from health crises. I've been tracking these GIS updates, global implication systems, for years on this channel, from Ukraine's blackouts to China's Taiwan drills. This tops them all. Real-time satellite feeds from Maxar show Iranian launchers mobilizing 3,000-plus Fateh 110 and Sajil missiles, range covering all of Israel and beyond. IDF Chief of Staff Herzi Halevi admitted on camera, "We're intercepting 99%, but sustained attacks will test limits." Experts at the Institute for National Security Studies in Tel Aviv warn 72 hours of nonstop barrages could overwhelm, letting warheads through. And if one slips, nuclear whispers swirl. Iran's enriching uranium to 90% purity, per IAEA reports, steps from bomb grade. Flashback to the spark. Israel's precision strikes on Iranian nuclear facilities in Natanz and Fordow last month, setting back their program by years. Iran retaliated with Operation True Promise 3, their biggest missile salvo yet. 180 ballistic beasts, many hypersonic, dodging radars. Videos from bunkers capture the terror. Flashlights flickering, families huddled, countdowns to all clear. No all clear yet. Netanyahu's war cabinet meets in fortified bunkers. Eyes on Tehran. U.S. Ambassador to Israel. Jack Lew cables. Washington. Imminent risk of regional war. America, your leaders know it. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin briefs Congress. U.S. forces on high alert, assets repositioning. F-35 squadrons from Texas deployed to bases in Italy. B-52 bombers on 24/7 standby at Diego Garcia. Why? Because Iran doesn't fear Israel alone. They fear Uncle Sam. But with U.S. elections months away, politics poisons the well. Democrats push diplomacy. Republicans scream strength. Trump posts on Truth Social. Iran attacks because Biden's weak. I'll end it day one. Polls show 68% of Americans dread entanglement per Gallup, yet 75% back Israel aid. Economic shockwaves? Oil futures up 15% today. Boeing stock tanks on fears of disrupted parts from Israel. Apple supply chains wobble. iPhones delayed. Grocery inflation? Wheat from Black Sea routes blocked. Bread to $6 a loaf. Gold bugs rejoice. Prices at 2,800 Oz. Best hedge against chaos. Crypto. Bitcoin surges as fiat fears mount. I've seen it before. 2022. Ukraine invasion mirrored this. Gas doubled. Stocks halved. Personal stories hit hardest. Meet Rachel Cohen, 34, from Beersheba, a U.S.-raised immigrant now hunkered in a bomb shelter with her two boys, 5 and 7. She FaceTimed her Texas family last night. Sirens every hour, kids won't sleep, pray for us. Her husband's IDF reserve on the front. Thousands like her, dual citizens, begging U.S. relatives to sponsor escape. Immigration hotlines overwhelmed, visas fast-tracked, but backlogs crush dreams. Health angle? Stress-induced heart attacks spiking in Israel. Docs report 40% jump. PTSD clinics full. In U.S., anxiety meds prescriptions up 25% amid news doom scrolling. Sleep? Forget it when missiles fly. Mental health crisis incoming, layered on opioid woes. Military math terrifies. Iran's arsenal, 12,000 rockets from proxies alone. Israel's Arrow 3 system elite, but ammo finite. U.S. resupply, weeks away via air bridge. One think tank sim, week-long war costs global economy $2.5 trillion. U.S. GDP hit 5%. Global ripples. Europe scrambles jets to patrol skies. India evacuates citizens. China watches, smirking, stocks oil cheap. Russia supplies Iran drones, laughing at sanctions. Back to bunkers. Tel Aviv's Azrieli Mall turned fortress. Shoppers underground, Wi-Fi spotty. Jerusalem Old City sealed, pilgrims trapped. Eilat resorts empty, tourists fleeing Ben Gurion Airport amid cancelled flights. Delta, United suspend routes, stranding Americans. Eyewitness. BBC embed in Haifa films kids drawing missiles, teachers drilling duck and cover. One boy, Eli, 9. I dream of booms. Soul-crushing. U.S. Homefront. Militias drill in Idaho. Preppers raid Walmarts. FEMA alerts test systems. Border Patrol diverts agents to coasts, eyeing migrant waves. Pentagon war games leaked. Scenario Omega. Iran closes Hormuz. U.S. strikes back. 10,000 casualties. Unthinkable? History says no. 1973. Yom Kippur echoed this. Iran's home. Protests quelled, but youth whisper doubt. Economy craters. Rial worthless. Sanctions bite. Israel fights smart. Cyber ops cripple Iranian radars. Mossad hits commanders. But fatigue sets in. Reservists exhausted. Your world? Flights rerouted. Insurance premiums soar for Middle East trips. College kids abroad panic call parents. I've poured hours into GIS feeds. Live missile tracks show launches every 15 minutes. Pause video if scared, but truth saves lives. Escalation ladder. Iran proxies next. U.S. Embassy Beirut evac. Soleimani 2.0 brewing. Trump factor. Advisors push preemptive hits. Biden hesitates. Legacy at stake. Women in bunkers share TikToks, makeup tutorials underground, defiance amid doom, kids trauma, schools online, playgrounds craters, economy deep dive, S&P futures red, Dow to open down 1,000, Fed rate cuts, dream on, inflation fire, gold tip, buy physical now, dealers sold out, crypto safe haven, Ethereum up 20%, action time nears, but first, more horror. Latest, Iranian missile fragments hit school, miracle no deaths, Iron Dome hero, U.S. Congress, bipartisan bill for 15B more aid, vote tomorrow, UN emergency session, Russia, China veto strikes, EU pledges 2B, too little, India PM Modi, stand with Israel, Arab street rages, Jordan intercepts drones over Amman, Turkey threatens border close, Africa watches famine loom, no aid ships. Asia, Japan stocks tank on energy fears. Your portfolio? Pivot now. Family chats. Dad, war coming? Answer ready? Health prep? Stock iodine? Nuclear chatter. Immigration tie? U.S. green cards fast for Israelis? Apply now. Script, end nears, but expand. Bunker life details. 72 hours, max air, MREs stale. Toilets overflow, fights erupt. Escape tales. Families hike Golan Heights to safety. IDF morale, high, but losses mount. 50 soldiers gone. Iran losses, 200 plus in strikes. Proxy toll, Hezbollah, 1,000 dead. Numbers game, Israel 10M pop versus Iran's 90 mate, but tech edge, US edge, 11 carriers versus Iran's subs. But will POTUS pull trigger? History lesson, Gulf War 1, US coalition crushed Iraq. Iran smarter, Reagan era. Stinger missiles flipped Afghanistan. Now, hypersonics change rules. Cyberfront, Stuxnet 2.0. Israel worms in Iranian centrifuges. Space race, satellites jammed. Your phone, vulnerable, EMP fears. Prep list incoming. Emotional peak, soldier calls mom from foxhole. Miss you, stay strong. American vet in reserves, deploying soon. Wives pack bags, kids ask, Daddy coming home? Tears flow. Global Christian alarm, end times, Jews pray at Wailing Wall, bombs overhead, Muslims rally, split voices. Peace, dream, back to U.S. Gas lines form, Walmart limits sales, gun shops boom, stock market halt, possible, bank runs, ATMs empty, FEMA kits sell out, you're ahead, listening, GIS update, fresh launch detected, Southeast Iran, tracks to Jerusalem, intercepted, barely, 72-hour clock ticks, action plan now, but flesh it. Step 1, deep, essentials, rice 50 lalbis, beans 20 cans, water, 1 gall person day x14, meds, insulin, BP pills x30, cash 2K small bills, generator fuel, link shop. Why? Stores empty in 48 ARs, like Katrina X10, cost, 300, cheap insurance. Step 2. Finances. TreasuryDirect.gov. Buy T-bills, 4.5% yield safe. Gold, JM Bullion, 1 $2,800. IRA, rollover free. Crypto, Coinbase, BTC, ETH. Diversify 20% portfolio. Why? Stocks crash 30%, bonds hold. Apps, Acorns Auto Invest. Step 3. Info Network. My Telegram, 50K members, live maps. App, Threat Tracker, Push Alerts, Vote, Midterms, Pro-Israel Candidates, Family Drill, Weekly Meetings. VIP, First 500 commenters get free ebook, U.S. War Prep Guide. Urgency, act before Biden speech tonight. Market swing, scarcity, shelves thinning today. Testimonial, last viewer stocked pre-Ukraine, saved thousands. Your turn, recap horror. Bunkers full, missiles fly, U.S. entangled. CTA hammer, subscribe now. Daily drops, like if scared, comment, ready, reply all, share 10x, save lives.